What's going on? Is Mike Voss. I'm about to break down my verse from my song May 30th that's available now on all platforms on my album Ain't Nobody's Hero. You know, this song means a lot to me. I think the message in this song is possibly one of the most important that I've ever written about.
Philly. I owe my life to the culture. Used to see it from a bird's eye view, but can never say that I was a vulture. Marching through City Hall, middle of a pandemic. Cop cars and flames, the pain was transcending.
Man, honestly, those are probably maybe some of my favorite opening lines I ever wrote. You know, I do owe my life to the culture, you know. In a lot of ways, other than like my family, hip hop saved my life a few times, to tell you the truth. And I feel like, I literally do owe my life to it. So when I say I saw it from a bird's eye view, when I was a kid, you know, I wasn't born in Philly. I was born right outside of it, in a suburb right outside of it. And when you're growing up as a kid too, and you're listening to these other rappers, you know, these grown men doing all types of crazy street shit and everything, or even if it's not street shit, it's just like living their own lives. You see it from the outside at that point in life, you know, until, you know, when it got to the point where I moved to the city proper and I saw things from a more up close perspective and experienced a lot of different things. And at no point did I ever become a culture vulture. This is something I do not to blow up. Not that I'd be mad at that, but this is something that I do because I love it. So, when I say in the middle of a pandemic, I was in City Hall, that shit is real. May 30th, 2020, that's what this song is named for. That was the first Black Lives Matter protest after George Floyd was murdered. And I wouldn't be able to look myself in the mirror if I didn't take part of that as a white man who's benefited from a black art form. You know what I mean? I've been accepted in this culture and I paid my dues, but I'm just happy that I was accepted, you know, and I'm grateful. So that's why I was out there, you know. I wouldn't be able to look at myself if I wasn't.
All black souls marching through the pearly gates. The poverty and the pigs put them in early graves. Don't tell me they deserve their fate. Every time the sun rises in my city, so is the murder rate.
Man, yeah. So people that ain't from Philadelphia, they probably think we just known for two things, you know, cheesesteaks and violence. And the murder rate is always been high here, and that's not something to be proud of, but it's just the way it is, you know. Every time the sun rises, it seems like so does the murder rate.
Their blood becoming part of the pavement, even out of them being incarcerated. Lack of love is filling their heart with hatred. It's hard to see it, it's even harder to say it. But it's just truth. The judges bang the gavel like they don't want proof, turning men to monsters. Like it's Halloween when they put black bodies in the orange jumpsuits.
A little bit of wordplay there, you know. When the judges sentence someone to prison time, sentence them to life especially, you know, turning men to monsters like it's Halloween, that's obvious, you know. You dress up like a monster on Halloween. But then, you know, I had to add another layer to it. And black and orange, you know, they put black bodies in the orange prison jumpsuits. Black and orange, that's Halloween colors too. So turning men to monsters like it's Halloween when they putting black bodies in them orange jumpsuits, you know. Wrongful conviction is still a rampant problem in this country, you know, just based on race is a lot of times, just the judge being racist, jury being racist, you know. So that's what that's a comment on.
This shit is scary, we living in a different era. I wrestle with my conscience like I'm Kevin Terror. Can't say I never glorified it, can't ignore the violence. The shit I see is horrifying.
That's some of the realest shit. You know, I have songs where I definitely, a lot of like gangster rap and shit that I grew up listening to, it's almost like it's glorifying violence sometimes. It makes killing people sound fun, sound cool, you know. So I can't say I've never glorified it, but you can't ignore the violence. The shit I see is horrifying. At one point you have to realize it's more than entertainment. This is real life shit. And I don't act like, you know, I know the answers. I don't act like they call it a white savior complex. I don't have that. I'm just, you know, trying to do my part to let my voice be heard, but in a way to help to help give back to a culture that's given me so much, you know. So I wanted to admit that I can be a hypocrite, you know. So can you, and so can anyone else on the planet sometimes. you know. So that was just me being honest. And then this is how I ended the verse.
No justice, no peace. Fuck the police, no brotherly love in no streets. It feel like hell up in Philly, goddamn. We just trying to stay cool like Vok, man.
So this song features Vodka, who's a Philly legend. I've known him for a long time. That's my friend. He's taught me a lot about the craft. He's taught me a lot about life in general, you know. And if you're not familiar with Vodka, look him up. Back in the day in Philly, the DVD era, a lot of rappers, some of the best rapping I've ever seen in my life. And Vodka was one of them ones. And then we became friends, you know. He's like a big brother figure. And that's why he's featured on the second half, you know. So when I say I'm trying to stay cool like Vok, man, you know, that's like freezing cool is like his thing. If you follow him, that's something he says a lot, you know. So that was just some wordplay on him. And then Vodka does the second half of the song. But yeah, keep fighting that fight. You know what I mean? My message would be to any white person that benefits and is involved in hip hop and black culture, you got to give back, and a way to do that is let your voice be heard in a positive way to try to fight all this injustice that's going on, man. But that was May 30th off my album, Ain't Nobody's Hero. I'm Mike Voss. I appreciate y'all for listening.
Philly. I owe my life to the culture. Used to see it from a bird's eye view, but can never say that I was a vulture.